Aquarius, in November you will find no matter what the challenges are, no matter how much they frustrate you, you are going to end up victorious. If you would like a personal or private reading or that incredible soulmate reading, please contact me via my website. You will find the links in the description box below. Right, let's get stuck into your reading. I'm going to start with your tea leaf cards. These are the predictive elements for the month ahead. They will touch on your life in some way, or you'll find this tells the entire story. I will read what's on the cards, and then we will discuss the story. After that, I will do a relationship reading and a tarot reading. The first thing to note here is, usually I set them out in sort of a consecutive order. You'll see this was set out in a daisy, in a circle. I do whatever I feel instinctively or intuitively I should be doing. What this means is that this is a circular set of circumstances. In other words, they recur through the month. There's no one element that comes chronologically after the other. The first card, I would say, however, and the card that sort of caps your whole reading is the victory card. Victory in some endeavor. The other things you are going to be experiencing and feeling this month is the spear, heartache over what you no longer have, the cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life, lightning, control your anger, you'll be sorry, and a dog, protection from a powerful friend. The thing to remember with November, Aquarius, is, like I said at the beginning of your reading, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of how upset you are about something that you no longer have, how much dissatisfaction you feel with the way things are unfolding at the moment, how inclined you feel to lose your temper or get highly agitated, you're going to end up victorious. You also have somebody powerfully backing you this month. Someone really has your back and standing by your side. Often it's physically somebody, sometimes it's spiritually somebody. It can be a guardian angel or someone from another realm that is standing at your back and supporting you every step of the way. This is probably a good reason why you're going to be victorious. Not saying you couldn't do it on your own. Aquarians are capable of doing anything on their own. But with this backing, you are going to be the one that comes out victorious. Try not to lose your temper with whomever that person may be, even at the time they may seem very deserving of that temper that you're going to bestow on them. But it'll be better if you don't, because often one regrets what you do say when you lose your temper, isn't that so? But you're going to feel dissatisfaction, you're going to feel a bit of loss over what you no longer have. But remember the victory, and remember you have someone powerful at your back, at your side, on your side. Like I say, it could be someone, literally a physical person that is there for you, or you know you have backing from the other realms in your month of November, and know you will end up victorious, whether it's at the end of the month or in a particular situation that unfolds right at the beginning of the month. It doesn't matter. Victory is yours in November. Now I'm going to read the romance angel cards for you. I'm first going to read what it says on the cards, and I'm going to speak to those of you that are looking for relationships, and then those of you that are in relationships. So, the first card is past life relationship. You have known each other before. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Those of you looking for relationships, there is soulmate energy swirling around you this month. However, this person does not fit in your usual category or type. In fact, you may not even be all that attracted to them at first. You may feel a little bit of a spark, but they kind of just don't really do it for you right off the bat. But as you get to know them better, you're going to realize this is the soulmate you called in. This is the soulmate you wanted in your life. It is a past life relationship. In other words, when I say it's a past life relationship, what it normally translates as, if you're just meeting somebody, is a connection because you have history together. Maybe one life, maybe two lives, maybe more than that. Because of that shared history, there is a deeper connection than with someone you don't have a shared history in soulmate relationships as such. So keep an open mind about the people you bump into in November, because one of them has that soulmate potential. It's only when you get to know them a little better, when you strike up a conversation with them, maybe more than one conversation, that you hit that chord, that resonating chord with them. And you realize this is possibly a soulmate. But like I say, there's definitely lots of that energy swirling around you in November. Those of you in committed partnerships or relationships, keep an open mind with your partner this month. This is a partner you have history with. You have had relationships in past lives. You have a connection. You have a history. They may behave in a way this month which has you wondering what's going on. You may not even notice because you're very busy. But pay attention because a new part of your partner is being revealed. Not really that they are new within them, it's been there possibly all along, but they are now sort of delving into that part of themselves. And you will find your connection to them deepens when you get to know that part of them. But it does require keeping an open mind. Also realize the calling in the soulmate card says that this new part of them, this new aspect of them, this new situation that involves them, you called this in. You wanted the relationship to broaden, deepen, evolve, and grow. So this is what is coming in. Keep an open mind as well where that is concerned. Now, Aquarius, the tarot cards. What the tarot cards do is they outline the soul evolution, the experience your soul signed up for, the growth edge that you signed up for November. This is where you expand and grow. This is how these energies play out, and they play out in all parts of your life. The cards you got is Perception. That's card number 21 in the Major Arcana. You got the Two of Fire and the Eight of Swords. Powerful cards, these. So there's big rumblings going on in the Aquarian jungle at the moment. Perception. She has the sword, that mighty sword that cuts through anything. She has a mask of feathers on. She's pretty dark in this picture. That card speaks all about a very entrenched perception you have, perhaps of your whole life, perhaps of a huge aspect of your life, perhaps of only a certain aspect of your life. It's deeply entrenched. It's going to be challenged in November. You're going to be challenged to look at a thing differently. This is something you truly believe, but it is your perception. That brings up an interesting thing. That's a whole discussion by itself, but let's just touch on it. Facts are few and far between. In fact, they could probably fit on one hand, if even that. Mostly it's what we perceive and believe to be is what happens, occurs, and what we see in life. When there are shifts in perceptions, our entire life can change. However, our perceptions are usually changed by challenge. These are tongue twisters that I'm putting out here. So it usually takes a rather large shove to change a perception, and that is what you're going to experience in November. I think what you're going to learn here is 2 is better than 1. Aquarians can be hugely independent. Even within a relationship, they can be incredibly independent. That's their life story, it's their soul path. But in November, you get to learn that possibly by even meeting that huge ally of yours, that 2 people together, working together on something, can move mountains, can create a whole new life, can shift things that before seemed totally immovable. That will be the lesson that you learn. That final card, the Eight of Swords, look how that one sword is up and the other one is down right through his hand, and there's blood coming from that. Yet it is a peaceful looking card, isn't it? There's a wound where this all stems from, no doubt. Let's not get into that because that's going to depend on your own life story, what that wound is. What is interesting is most Aquarians come into life with a wound, a deep emotional wound, carried over from a last lifetime. That is not normally the kind of thing I get into, but here we go. You will find in November that you will be pushed into circumstances that will challenge that perception and belief system that you developed because of that wound you carried with you into this lifetime. In November, there's the potential to shift past that, to change that perception and realize that yes, even though people can hurt you, they can also be your greatest allies. When you make that shift, and there's the opportunity to do so, you will also realize that that wound that was bestowed on you was probably bestowed on you from somebody who also had a wound bestowed on them. And we speak about the ego then reacts. Ego is necessary. It's an integral part of living here. Without the ego, you cannot exist. But the ego tends to have knee-jerk reactions, and it tends to get very entrenched beliefs. So all that will be challenged in November. You can come out of this with an entirely new perception of life, which shifts everything for you. You can be victorious this month in just about anything when that shift of perception happens. I hope that you enjoyed that reading. If you would like any of those readings I offered at the beginning, the personal, private, soulmate, or subscription to weekly updates for your star sign, please contact me via the links in the description box below. That is via the website. I want to thank you for watching, listening, commenting, liking, subscribing, and for those of you that share this video, I truly appreciate it. Those of you that comment, I read every single comment. Thank you very much.